It's official. September 1st. Rolex will announce a brand new extra long waitlist. More watches you can't get. Brand new smirks on the faces of the ADs. Extra long laughter when you inquire about one. A few more reasons to move to another brand. And a few discontinues just to make us all regret selling certain models. But let me ask you this. Who gives a flying?
All right, Lenny, we get the point. You're right. He's right. It's going to be really hard to get any of these watches for quite some time, but we still want to know what they're releasing, right? We're not going to look away. We still want to know what we won't be able to purchase. Welcome back to the Timeless Watch channel, guys. Yes, it is true. It was actually announced several weeks back anyway, so we knew it was coming. But as of this morning, Rolex's website has confirmed once and for all that September 1st, this day, 1 week, they will be announcing all their new models and their changes to their catalog. It's a big day. We've been talking about this for quite some time. There's been a lot of conjecture. It happens every year after Basel. People start talking about what could be coming the following year and so on. It's part of the industry. But of course this year everything was a little bit thrown into disarray. So nobody really knew what was coming. And I guess this confirms really also that Baselworld is indeed a thing of the past, because now this is the new shape of announcements in the watch world. Just change your website, spread the rumors, and then social media will take care of it. Guilty as charged. So listen, there's a lot of conjecture. There's a lot of pontification about what could be happening, what new releases could be coming along, and which things might be discontinued. But if somebody says they know for sure, they are unfortunately lying. Nobody really knows for sure. Anyone who does is sworn to silence. So it's all just guessing. Very educated guesses now. I'm not trying to put anybody down. I think we all pay very close attention to how this all works with them and what the probabilities are. Some are pretty easy guesses and some of them are a little wilder, but there have been a few things that have happened in the watch world in the past 6 months that may be a better indicator as to what precisely might go down in 1 week's time. Let's go through the list.
Time to place your bets, folks. Number 1, the Submariner gets a new movement.
Well, this is the easy one, isn't it? It's been said for quite some time. Plenty of other sports models have been getting updated movements, and it seems to me that the flagship sports Rolex should be getting that finally too. So 70-hour power reserve, just like you get in the newer GMTs, and probably more resistance to magnetism. The standard stuff. I don't see why they wouldn't do that at this point.
Number 2, Sub gets an overhaul.
This one's been going around for a while also. The idea that they might reduce the size of the Submariner and bring it back more in the direction of the pre-ceramic, the pre-2012 model. Like this one, this has large lugs, the maxi lugs. Everyone's saying they might slim those down and bring it back to a kind of a more elegant shape. This is one I'm going to disagree with. I don't think that they use the Rolex line to move backwards. I think they keep moving forwards. They've made other watches larger, the Yachtmaster, the Explorer 2. Things are just getting larger in their lineup, and it seems to me that they're using Tudor, which of course is their side company, their second brand, if you will, as that experiment area. That's where they put things that are more kind of vintage size and so on. They throw all those ideas back there, and if that's your thing, you can buy Tudor instead. With Rolex, they keep chugging forward. I don't personally think they're going to reduce the lugs. I might be the only person out there saying that, but let's see.
Number 3. Discontinue the Hulk.
Well, this is one I've been saying also myself for quite some time. I think the Hulk might be in its last days of production now. And I think what happened on the website with that ocean scene and that deep blue and then that aqua blue 12 o'clock marker may be an indicator as to what's to come. Maybe they're going to replace the green Submariner with a blue Submariner of some sort. We saw blue Black Bay 58 released in the Tudor line, so blue may be the color of the day. I definitely think they're throwing us a hint with that homepage there. Do I think they're going to get rid of the black one? No. I think the black one remains a classic in both date and non-date, but yeah, I think the Hulk is, it's time to move on from that model now. That's my best guess, and that seems to be the guessing across all of social media too. So,
Number 4. A gold Hulk.
well, that could be where they're moving the Hulk. As of now, if you want a solid gold Submariner, you can get it in blue or in black dial and bezel. The rest of the course is 18 karat yellow gold. They may actually make a green one and actually make that the new Hulk. Even more unobtainable for most of us, because now even the price, the retail price, will be sky high. But I've seen some mock-ups of it on other channels and various photos around the internet, and it actually looks really, really beautiful. So maybe that's what they're going to do. They're going to replace the Hulk with a blue and move that beautiful green, that Rolex green, over into the uber expensive precious metal models.
Number 5. A new Explorer.
Well, the Explorer, also known as the Explorer 1, the 214270, is a very popular watch, very loved. It's sporty, it's dressy, and it's a lot more affordable than some of the other models. So it seems to kind of hit in a really, really good place in the market. But there's only one kind of Explorer. It's got the black dial with the 369. There's been a lot of rumors that they might make a white dial. After all, in the Explorer 2 series, they have black and polar dial options. So why not move that into the Explorer 1 series? I think that could be the really big news this year if that's what they do.
Number 6. A precious metal Explorer.
It seems counterintuitive, right? The Explorer is a sports watch. It's for exploration, right? It's supposed to be a tough and rugged, dependable watch. Why would you make a precious metal version? But then look at the rest of the catalog. Did we ever need a solid gold Submariner? Is anyone doing deep sea diving with a solid gold watch on their wrist? I don't think so. They've definitely admitted that they've gone from tool watch into fashion watch at this point, and that was confirmed once more with the new Sea Dweller that they announced over a year ago in two-tone. I mean, this was the ultimate of tool watches for deep sea diving, and it was super rugged and so on, and they made a two-tone version, and I bought it, and it's beautiful. But it just goes to show that these watches, they're kind of saying, yeah, they started as tools, we continue to build them as tools, but we know who's really buying them and why. So it may be the case that they actually make a two-tone or a solid gold or ever rose gold or something like that version of the Explorer, and perhaps the Explorer 2.
Number 6. the Milgauss updated.
There have been a lot of rumors about the Milgauss lately, that it may be updated or even discontinued from the catalogue completely. It is a kind of an odd watch in their catalogue, but it does have a very dedicated following. It's a kind of a nerdier side of Rolex, and people tend to love them, particularly the Z Blue with its strange color combination. It has a part of the market completely sewn up. So I personally don't think the Milgauss is going to get discontinued. I think they may bring out a new funky, interesting color combo in the Milgauss line. That could be really fun.
Number 7. Goodbye, Air King.
Well, this is one I do actually agree with. I think the Air King's days are unfortunately numbered, and I think numbers are the real problem. It's that crazy dial with all the 5s all over the place and that confused design with the different fonts and so on. It's a very busy dial. It doesn't seem like something Rolex would ever come up with. They're usually much better with minimalism and simplicity in their designs, and it just seems like someone broke into the Rolex factory one night who didn't know anything about design and threw together the Air King. I don't know how they got so off the page there with that design, and it shows. People are not buying the Air King. I've seen many of them in store windows, which basically means they're having difficulty selling it. Who would have thunk it? Like a stainless steel sports Rolex that actually doesn't have much of a market. It's amazing, and it goes to show that it's just not a model that people really go for. I think it might be on the chopping block.
Number 8. The return of the Coke.
Another rumor that's been circulating for quite some time. Where is the Coke? The black and red bezel GMT Master 2. The Pepsi, of course, is as popular as always. Very, very difficult watch to get your hands on at retail. And of course, now they moved the Batman over to a Jubilee bracelet. So there is no oyster steel GMT option. You have to go up to two-tone or precious metal. You have to go for the CHNR, the root beer, or something like that if you want a GMT on an oyster. So perhaps they'll put out the Coke on an oyster bracelet, and now we'll once again have a stainless steel option on an oyster in the GMT lineup.
Number 9. A 42mm sub.
Well, this is one I personally feel coming. I mean, they've been doing it to other watches in their line, the Explorer 2, the Yachtmaster, and so on. They're kind of making things a little bit bigger. Now, people have been asking for slimmer lugs, and God knows with this watch and this line, the maxi lugs make it wear more like a 42. If they go up to a 42 size in the Submariner, perhaps they will slim down the lugs to accommodate that. So people will get kind of what they wanted, but not really. The watch actually got bigger, but wears a little more elegant. We'll have to see. But I personally think that that's the way that Rolex are moving. Again, they're kind of the Pied Piper. They don't really turn around to look at all those rats chasing behind them. They just keep walking and we keep following. That's what real leaders do in all walks of life. So I think they've proven themselves to be those kind of characters at Rolex. And again, they keep pushing all their, nostalgia items reminiscent of the old original designs from theirs in the 60s and 70s into the Tudor line. So I don't think that they're going to step back in design on the Submariner. I think they're going to move forward and then make certain adjustments in order to accommodate that.
New Daytonas.
I personally don't think much is going to happen in the Daytona world. They're going to add a few new color options probably in the very high end line, like the platinum ones and the gold ones and so on. The models that most of us can't even think about getting. And there could be another one of those green and gold phenomena type watches, something kind of very odd, very interesting, and seems like an instant classic. Let's see what they do there. But honestly, I don't think they're going to change what they have in the stainless steel line, and they're going to continue making their two tones, which they definitely should, because I own one and I absolutely love them. So I know I didn't go over the entire Rolex catalog. How could I? It's actually quite extensive. People forget that. There's the Cellini, there's all the Datejusts and day dates and the various, ladies versions and so on. I'm sure there will be minor changes in there, but we all know the models that we're all going crazy about, so I figured I'd stick to those. Now, having said all these things, any one of these things could happen, and maybe none of them will happen. The truth is, we're all still just guessing. I think the 32-35 movement in the sub is pretty much a given. That's kind of a no-brainer and isn't much of an upgrade anyway. It's just a very slight difference. But that's the thing about Rolex. They remind me of Apple sometimes. They make very small, incremental steps that we're all waiting for every year, but they really are just very, very minor adjustments each time. Now that we've all waited much longer and Basel is something of the past, because of all these changes and the wait that people have had this time around, I think Rolex may have decided, let's give them something to really talk about. Let's make this change here, this change there, and so on. Do our very small upgrades here and there, and silently remove maybe this model or that model, but let's give them one big thing, just like they did with Tudor. Everybody went crazy about that blue bay. I don't know why. It's a very unremarkable watch to me, but it made big news. I think they might be saying, okay, let's give everybody something to marvel over. So I really think, because of everything that's gone down in the past year and the enormous wait that we've all had, I think they're going to do something very interesting, kind of exciting. At least that's the feeling I'm getting. What do you think, Lenny? Like I have to ask.
What do I think? I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
How so?
Well, they're going to release a model or two and everyone's going to lose their hair over them. Like that stupid Tudor blue bay thing or whatever.
Yeah, I agree with the blue bay or whatever they call it. The black bay blue. Yeah, it's an unremarkable watch. I agree on that. I don't know why everyone lost their minds over that.
Black blue, who gives a shit?
Oh man, you're gonna start abusing people now, aren't you, man?
Maybe.
You're gonna get my channel in trouble. People are gonna start unsubscribing.
Is that a joke? People subscribe more when I'm in your videos, you idiot.
Well, you're right.
And you're still not telling people to like and subscribe. Jesus.
I hate it. You know that I hate that shit.
You think you're above that. Guess what? You're not. This is how YouTube works. I bet I can get you more likes right now than most of your videos.
Okay. You want to bet?
Sure.
Okay, you go ahead and you just say all that shit then. See if it makes a difference.
You heard him, guys. Let's do it. Like and subscribe. Oh yeah. You hit that like button. Let's do it here. Oh yeah, look at that big fat red subscribe button. You just go and hit that puppy right now. Oh yeah, I felt it. I felt it all the way over here. Wow, you do it. That's incredible. Yeah, incredible. Wow.
You okay, man?
Yeah.
This is getting weird.
Well, this is how it's done. Have you ever seen Davey 504? That's all he ever says.
I don't see how that can improve the channel. Why? People know what to do themselves. They don't need their hands held.
Sorry to break it to you.
Well,
Take one of your other videos that you think is good. One of your bullshit, like travel videos, whatever. Trieste.
Yeah. Yeah, Trieste was a good video. Yeah.
How long did that video take you to make?
I don't know, 6 days of shooting, about 13 days of editing. It was a lot of work. They all are, the big ones.
So how many likes did you get on that?
I don't know, 2,000, something like that.
Only 2,000. And what about this video? How long will that take to make?
This video, this only took me a couple of hours. Honestly, the longest part, the hardest part is putting you in, Lenny. Honestly, that's going to take me longer than all the other stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm worth it, asshole.
When you're right, you're right.
Even you guys who like to hit dislike immediately, hit like this time just to piss this guy off.
You guys are in cahoots now.
Yeah, well, you know.
It's like I'm getting pushed out of the picture completely here.
Yeah.
You guys should all just go off and have your own congregation, your own channel, whatever.
Believe you me, we've talked about it.
Don't leave me, I need you, man.
Oh, shut your face. Asshole.
Well, you're going to tell us what you really think about all this Rolex stuff and what's going to happen next week.
Sure. Why not?
All right, then go ahead and tell everyone.
I will.
I know they're going to love it anyway. You're going to tell everyone they're an idiot and they're going to love it anyway.
Yep.
It's amazing. And then you'll want them to like and subscribe. You're going to insult them first and then ask them to do you a favor. Amazing.
You watch it happen.
I'll never understand it. Anyway, guys, let's see what happens next week. Should be interesting. I'm going to leave you with Lenny once again.
Leonard.
And
I hate Lenny.
Leonard. And thanks again for watching the Timeless Watch channel. See you in the next one.
So the Geneva Giant is finally going to make an announcement, huh? You guys are sad. This is like that scene in Mad Max when the guy opens the water. You're all down at the bottom looking for scraps. They're gonna release 2 watches and you're all gonna cream your jeans. You're not gonna be able to get one anyway. Think you're gonna be able to buy one? Think again. The ADs are gonna use them as bait to tell you you have to buy crappy jewelry first. A handful of SOBs are gonna put them up in chrono for 3 times the price. And you're all gonna start jerking off. They're gonna discontinue models you didn't want, and then you're gonna start wanting them. Like the Espresso GMT. You were all just craving the Batman and you ignored it. And now you can't get enough. They're gonna release a blue sub. You can forget it. You're not gonna get one. I'll see you all in 6 months when you're staring at these new